Yes, indeed. The forest and farm facility, as the name says, tries to combine forest and farm life. And actually many farmers, they have some trees or forests as one of the things that they manage. You know, for many farmers, that is a natural thing to do because they combine chicken with corn, with whatever they have, and maybe a few trees, fruit trees or others. And the forest and farm facility is actually trying to help that way of farming, you know, having different income sources, being more resilient, having better livelihoods from different products. And that is what we support. In the best of cases, very directly to the farmers or producer organizations with financial support and also technical support to manage that. And I think this is a very future fit way of working with farmers. Well, all families that manage lands, all farmers that manage lands, they have a lot of responsibilities for the land and they take it seriously, but they also have responsibilities for their families and for the environment. And they face a lot of challenges, no? Including climate change, including biodiversity issues that we all also face on the planet. So in many ways, we think that adding trees to an already existing system very often reduces the risks for the farmers, but also improves our resilience as people on this planet to how we deal with the challenges that we have. Climate change needs really climate adaptation. It needs sort of reducing the impact of climate change. It needs more resilience for farmer income, and it needs a better understanding of agroecological systems and the biodiversity. And I think joining forest and farm thinking in that sense is really a way of improving the environmental, agroecological way of being future fit in a changed climate and in a future where we see that biodiversity loss will be an increasing problem also for our food production. And well, who else but farmers be in the center of all of this, because they are the stewards of the land. No, they are stewards of the environment as well. I mean, from a landscape point of view, if you come to landscapes, you will very quickly see that what are the issues at the landscape. But within that landscape, very often there are many farmers, sometimes fewer, sometimes really many because they have small plots. So in a way, if it comes to adapting to climate change, if it comes to addressing issues of biodiversity loss, of productivity loss, of soil loss, of erosion, of whatever it is, of water stress, then you have to look at more than a small farm. You have to find ways of changing in a larger environment. And that is why we very often work with producer organizations to say, we have to reach more people just than one farmer or the other farmer, because only together they can really make a difference. And this is how we think that we can work forward. And a lot of the things that I think the society needs from farmers are actually services. No, not suffering from increased heat or drought, enjoying biodiversity that works, and these are all services. And then a lot of these services can be provided if at the same time you harvest fruits, or you harvest mushrooms, or you harvest whatever you have that is not cutting trees or changing the landscapes in ways that this is dangerous for either climate, risky for their own income, or biodiversity. So we think combining the thinking of, well, what can you harvest without destroying the environment? That is something that is in the farmer's interest, it's in the society's interest, it's in the planet's interest. And for that, we quite like this type of approach, actually, yes. And I think we are good at it, so that also. This is really an important question, because I mean the real strength of the forest and farm facility is that it really brings support to the ground, very concretely through financial support and technical support, this is in many ways, if you look at it from a policy perspective or a national perspective, it's still here and here and here and here. And in the end, it only has an impact if it goes at the landscape level or beyond the landscape level. And for that, you have to not only look at building up from bottom up support, direct support, you also have to make sure that those that work the lands, they have a voice in policy. And that's how we support from a forest and farm facility the processes, especially also at the national levels. How can producers directly speak to policymakers so that the policymakers better understand what are the needs, what are the issues, where is urgency to address, and what is needed to be changed in legislation to make these changes happen that we want. Climate, biodiversity, income for people, better rural development, better lives for families, that farmland, better marginalized people, women, youth, you name it, to be able to influence those decision making at the policy levels, at the national levels. And yes, the UN Decade on Family Farming is a fantastic umbrella and sort of a window of opportunity of 10 years to really bring a lot of attention, both from the top at sort of global levels, through UN systems, through FAO's work, to policymakers, if you want, to engage with ministers and ministries in the different countries. And we think that from the bottom, with producer organizations saying this and this and this and this, we can do, want to do, but we will need your support on changing this policy or that. I think that's a very nice combination, because it combines the sort of the knowledge and the experience of those that need to work together from both sides, no? And that is where I think we can contribute, and are very happy to contribute to the UN Decade of Family Farming.